Okay, gentlemen. So today's topic is about opinions. So let's start with a question right away. What is an opinion? An opinion is a view or judgment formed by something, and this is not necessarily based on a fact or knowledge. So, opinion can differ from one person to another. It's not necessary that two should have the same opinion, and nothing is wrong because this is his opinion is according to his character and his personality. So, how do we express our opinions? And how do we build an argument? And how to build another argument based on the first argument? That is, how to produce a counter argument and then how to refute the counter argument. So, these are the things we are going to learn in this essay. So, basically, this unit will focus on four different things. Number one, how do we organize and voice our opinion? Okay, and then how to raise an argument plus a counter argument, and then how do you refute? How do you, like, say, try to maintain a balance, or how do you establish that your opinion has a stronger point than the other opinion? So, four different things we'll use here. So, let's take this one. Fact and opinion are both the same. Like, do you mean to say that an opinion is a fact? Okay, now let's look at this picture. Where is this? Probably in the middle of a desert. You can see the pyramids, at the background here. So probably this is Egypt, right? And here there's a gentleman talking to someone on his cell phone. And he has his camel, mashallah, beautiful white camel. And probably this man is one who takes the tourists for a fun ride. Okay, and he is calling someone on his cell phone. So, what is the message here? That is, technology has reached even the middle of a desert, probably even an uninhabited desert. So, the cell phone, is it an advantage or disadvantage? For him, it may be an advantage. For someone, it can be a disadvantage, so that it has got two different opinions. And what's your opinion in this context? You may support or you may not support. Okay, two or three different opinions may crop up. There are benefits as well as drawbacks also. What are the benefits? He can communicate with anyone, he can call anyone, and probably he won't get lost. Okay, he has the GPS, he can go home safe. What are the drawbacks? Drawbacks may be before he used to spend time with his family, with his kids, but now, he probably he's busy with his mobile phone. Fine. Now, look at this. There are two pictures. One is Jubail in the 1950 and the present Jubail. Let's have a quick look at both these pictures. The first picture here, this depicts Jubail in the 1950. How is it? It's clean, less pollution, very few cars, and people are healthy. Everything is okay. But did it have jobs? No. Look at the present Jubail. See, it's all factories and companies, production companies. And what is the advantage? Here it was a fishing village, but here it's one of the biggest industrial cities in the world, generating millions of jobs. So, probably, I think you all will like this Jubail. Is that right? because of the availability of jobs. But for some old-fashioned people, they still long for this Jubail, the Jubail that was clean and the Jubail that wasn't crowded and all this stuff. But now, whose opinion is stronger? Which one do generally people like, this or this? You agree that this is okay, but this is a stronger one. Okay, so you probably you all will support the Jubail that is now. Now, when you give an opinion, is it a fact? What's the difference between an opinion and a fact? A fact is it's raining today. Like you have the proof, you know, water droplets they fall down, so it's proven true. And you have a witness, you have a strong evidence. But an opinion, it says, I love rainy days. But someone will have a different idea. Say, no, 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 rainy days are really boring. We have to just stay indoors. You can't play outside. So an opinion is not necessarily a fact, and it cannot be proven. Probably yes, probably, and mostly no. An opinion is an opinion that doesn't have anything to do about any fact. Now, why am I telling you this? Because we'll use both opinions and facts in our essay here. So, now let's start. How do we present the facts? These are the terms. Like it's widely known that, it's a well-known fact that, research has shown that, there are definitely, it's clear fact, it's clear true that, for instance, all these are used to present facts. So you must know at least 3 or 4 of these terms without any error. Without any error means you should not make any error in the grammar or in the spelling. So you have to memorize these terms. Likewise, to present opinions, you need to say, in my opinion, personally, I think, I believe, I strongly believe that. All these are terms to present your opinions. So in this essay, we'll use both the techniques to use to present the facts as well as the opinions. So you should know at least a minimum of 3 or 4 of each. Now, let's look at the structure of this opinion essay. As usual, we will have 4 paragraphs. Okay. We have 4 paragraphs here. As usual, the introduction will have 3 sentences. You give the topic sentence, that's the hook. You give the background information, and in the background information, you have to give both the views. Like some people say this, but it's not true, something like this. And then you have to give the thesis statement, or this includes the main idea. And here you need to give at least 3 reasons supporting your argument. Okay, like you should say minimum 2 or 3. And here in body paragraph number 1, you will introduce the topic and then you explain your arguments. And here you need to give reasons. And when you give the reasons, you can quote examples, and you have to use connectors so that you maintain the coherence. Okay, so this is completely your opinions and facts. This paragraph is basically the author's yours. Body paragraph number 2 has a different approach. Here what we do is you give the counter argument or arguments. Okay, the counter arguments saying like people who contradict you, people who have a different idea, you will write them. Okay, you will write maybe just one or two are enough for that. Okay, and here after writing the counter argument, you write the refutation. Okay, you write the refutation here, means you will establish that your argument is stronger than the counter argument. Means you reject it, you say no. You can't say, okay, it's true that you guys argue this way. Okay, it can be true to some extent, but it is not totally true. Put it this way, that you don't say that the counter argument is completely wrong. You say that to some extent, to a certain level, this is okay, acceptable. However, my argument is stronger than this. Clear? And finally, the conclusion. As usual, you have to make the reinstatement or thesis statement and the summary of the 2 or 3 reasons. Plus, what do you give? This like summarizing the whole essay, like a recommendation or a warning or some advice for the reader, like how to overcome the issue that was raised here. Now, let's take a real question. Look at this question. New technologies have had a negative impact on the way children spend their free time. That is currently now. Do you agree or disagree? To what extent do you agree? Look at the kids. Look at picture number 1. They are outside playing. Look, they all use their mobile phones. And look at the guy. Look. He holds the mobile very close. At least the girl, has some reasonable distance. Okay? And even these ones, they hold it very close. So kids no longer indulge in any physical games. Even if they come out to play, they play only with the mobile phones. Okay, this is outside. What about the classroom? See, they are using the glasses for the virtual reality, VR glasses. They are using this and they are enjoying. So look at the smile at the face, right? They are enjoying probably a game. And this is again another classroom. Look, like probably a study table, or only just one girl is there with a book. And here again, this is a good. But the boys, what are they doing? They have the digital devices here. So one thing is common with all the 3 pictures. What is it? The use of digital devices. It has come everywhere. Okay, so is it for good or no? That's the question now. The author says, the statement says that it has negatively affected the kids. Do you agree or disagree? Okay, so this is a question, the real question. Now let's brainstorm and get some ideas. What should we do? We should first think, to brainstorm and see, like, are you going to support it or are you going to deny it? This you have to make it clear before you start writing the essay. Based on this, you will prepare the outline and then we'll start with the real essay. Got it? So new technologies, is it a blessing or a curse? Does it help or does it trouble us? Do you agree or disagree? Here you have to take a stand and be careful. Never start an essay without any proper outline. Clear? Fine. Now, let's look at the points after brainstorming. As usual, the introduction will have 3 sentences, a topic statement, background information, and the thesis statement. How to write all this stuff, we'll have a look in the coming paragraph, in the coming essay. Body paragraph number 1, we write 2 arguments supporting the thesis statement. We said that in the thesis statement that we have 2 reasons. So what is reason number 1? That is the sedentary lifestyle, inactive lifestyle that leads to obesity and high cholesterol level. So this affects their physical health. And further, moreover, teenagers, they lack sleep and they spoil their visual health also. What is visual health? The health of the eyes. You can see now in schools, most of the kids, they have glasses. Okay, so their eyes are not healthy. This is number one. Number two, the addiction to games. And here you give examples of one or two games. And because of this, they lose their concentration in studies. And so academically, they fail. They fail in the subjects because all their mind is occupied by video games and the online games and all of the online stuff. So this we'll write, we'll give some examples here, we'll give some statistics here, and then we'll have our argument here. So this is body paragraph number 1. Now, body paragraph number 2, you will give the counter argument. Okay, what do you mean by counter argument? Counter argument is the one that is just opposite of what you have written in paragraph number 2. Okay, that is, it should have the points raised here should be just opposite your argument. Okay, so you can say there are some guys, some many things like, what do they say? They say that online games, they promote critical thinking, prompt decision making, and creativity, and so they help children in their studies. This is their argument, not your argument. Your argument is here in paragraph number 1. This is the argument opposing your arguments. So this is called as a counter argument. Okay, and after the counter argument, you place the refutation. What is the refutation? You say, okay, whatever is you say may be true to some extent, but this is not a strong reason. Why? Because there is no authentic evidence or proof to support this. Or maybe it may come in the days to come, but presently there is no evidence to support your argument that video games and this online games or whatever the entertainment help them in their academic subjects. Okay, so this is the most important thing, the refutation. Both of them, the counter argument and the refutation, you can put in body paragraph number 2. Do not make them different paragraphs. Why? Because the paragraph will get longer. You will cross maybe 300 words. So always have the counter argument and the refutation in body paragraph number 2. Then in the conclusion, you give the reinstatement of the thesis statement, like you just make a summary of the 2 points, and then you give one sentence about the recommendation. What should we do now, okay, to escape from this? What is the duty of a parent? What is the duty of a teacher? Something like this, like a recommendation. So all of them should come to 250 words, means maximum you can go up to 275. Okay, how do we divide this? Introduction probably around 50 words, and the conclusion can be around 25 words. It's just 2 sentences, right? 25 or 30, let's make it 30. So I have 80, and this paragraph number 1 should be bigger than paragraph number 2. It depends, because you need to give 2 points, 2 examples, or 2 facts, to evidence something. So 80, you can make this, probably you can make this 125 and make this one as 75. 75 means the counter argument plus the refutation should come to 75. Altogether, we'll end up with 275. Is that clear, guys? Look, gentlemen, just to sum up. So introduction, 3 sentences. topic statement, background information, and thesis statement. Body paragraph 1, this is the heart of the essay. Okay, it should have 100 and not less than 125 words. You give 2 solid reasons and 2 evidence for that. That is, you have to fix the opinion plus the fact. You have to give some authentic evidence for this, some proof. And then body paragraph number 2, you give the counter argument opposing your argument plus the refutation, like whether you accept or no, and then give the conclusion. Is that clear, gentlemen? Now, let's look at this essay. This is a sample essay number 1. So here, this is the introduction. Introduction, you have the topic sentence here. Like, say, according to a responsible digital parenting survey, 89% of the parents in Saudi Arabia give their children gadgets in order to entertain them, spare some time for themselves, or calm down their kids. This is a general statement, and this is the hook that takes the reader's attention. This is something new. Always, start with the bang. The opening sentence is very important. You can start with an anecdote, you can start with a question, you can start with a quote, anything, but make it interesting to read. Okay? And the second one is a background statement. The background statement, you give the counter argument. Like, some people say that modern technologies enhance children's critical thinking, but this is not true because this theory hasn't been proven so far. So this is your stand. Like, this is your opinion. Whereas argued by some people, this is the counter argument. You understand? So this is your argument that this is not true, and this is the counter argument. And now comes your opinion. You say, I strongly agree that technologies have a negative effect on children for 2 main reasons. So this is the outline statement or the thematic statement, thesis statement. Is that okay? So you have a topic sentence, background information, and an outline statement or a theme statement. Is it okay? So these are the 3 main things. Now, come to the body paragraph number 1. So you start with the topic sentence. There are a number of drawbacks associated with the excess use of technology. Okay, so this is like a topic sentence. You introduce the subject and then come to the point number 1. What is it? The sedentary lifestyle due to excessive screen time has increased the rates of obesity and high cholesterol levels. So this is the first argument, your argument. Okay, your argument. And for this argument, you give a fact. What is it? For example, around 20% of the teenagers in Saudi Arabia are obese, and the figures are rising drastically. They are going up. They go up dramatically, very sharply. So you have here, this is a fact, and this is your argument, your opinion. Okay, this is your argument, and this is the fact based on the argument. Again, furthermore, means to add to it, digital devices can affect kids' mental as well as their visual health very badly. What do you mean by visual health? The health of the eyes. Now, come to the second argument. Secondly, so this is your second argument. Many students lose their concentration in academic affairs because of the digital addiction. To explain further, so here you're going to present a fact. Online games like Blue Whale, Cinnamon Challenge, and Gallon Challenge are proved to be the world's most dangerous games. So we give an argument and we give a fact. We give an example. We explain it. Again, the second one is an argument, and then you explain. Now, come to the next paragraph. The next paragraph is about the counter argument and the refutation. What is the counter argument? Start with the connector like on the other hand, because you're going to present something opposite. Many argue that online games promote critical thinking, prompt decision making, argument creativity, and help children academically. So here we start body paragraph number 2 with on the other hand, because you're going to write something the opposite. Many argue means your rivals, people who have a different opinion. They say that interactive games promote critical thinking, prompt decision making, and argument creativity, and help children academically. Your argument was they lose their academic life, but there they say that their children are helped academically by these interactive games. Now comes your refutation. Although I do agree with them to some extent, see, not completely, maybe 10%, 15%. I believe this reason is not that strong because there is neither any solid evidence nor proved by any quantitative research. Is that okay? So, there is no evidence to prove this, and there was no research conducted on it, and nobody came with a survey, and nobody came with any findings, scientific finding. So, this cannot be accepted. That's the refutation that you're going to give. Now, come to the conclusion. To summarize, even though advent of technologies provide children with diverse opportunities for entertainment or skill enhancement, it is obvious that an excessive use of internet leads to sedentary lifestyle that eventually lands children to obesity and failure in academic life. So these are your arguments, like the arguments you used in body paragraph number 1. What are the two causes? Obesity and the failure in academic life. So you bring it here in the summary also. And now you say that the last sentence, I recommend that parents should monitor the children very carefully while online and encourage them to participate in physical games. This is the recommendation. It can be a recommendation, a warning, an advice, anything like that. Is that clear, gentlemen? So this is how we make an essay, and this, be careful, don't cross 275 words. Do not write more. Control your essay, the length of the essay, and so make a very good plan for the essay, and then you start writing. Clear, guys? So look at this. We have an introduction. Body paragraph introduction has 3 sentences. Body paragraph number 1 has got 2 main points, and then you explain it, you give examples. And then body paragraph number 3 is a counter argument and the refutation. And this is very, very important, the refutation. If you don't write the refutation, it will be an incomplete essay. So gentlemen, be very, very careful here. And then in the summary, you just summarize your ideas and give your recommendation. Is that clear, gentlemen? Now, let's go to another topic. This is sample essay number 2. So everything is here, like introduction, 3 sentences, like from here to here, you have the topics sentence, and this is a question that makes the reader, like that, it increases the interest of the reader. Is that right? So you have the hook sentence, then you have the background statement, and then you have the main idea or the thesis statement that includes the opinion of the writer. Okay. Now, body paragraph number 2, it gives your main arguments, that is 2 arguments. Okay, main 2 arguments, And paragraph number 3, it gives the counter argument and the refutation. And last paragraph, it gives the reinstatement of what you have written here, a conclusion of your points, plus it has a recommendation. Okay, so go through this essay when you are free. Okay, and accordingly you prepare some essays. And here let me give you some topics to write. See, these are the topics for practice. Do you agree or disagree with the following statements? Or how far do you, to what extent do you agree? Number 1, traveling to other countries for vacation should be avoided. Means you need to travel inside the kingdom. That's enough. What are the advantages, And then another about the traditional classes, another about student absences, and the fourth one is about engineering students and mathematics. And then number 5 is about the cartoon movies, like any TV program, maybe. And about the attendance of JIC students. In fact, it was practiced before, and all of a sudden they stopped it. Means someone who is absent, for 1 or 2 classes, the monthly salary they get, there will be a cut. Like say, I think around 25 reals for each hour or something. But now it's not there. So what do you think about it? And then come again like soft drinks like Pepsi, Cola should be banned. Even junk food should be banned in the campus. Students should be provided with healthy food and drinks. And the last topic is that students should be required to stay in the college dormitory during the entire study period here. Like in other countries, it's common. It's called boarding school or boarding college. They'll stay there for 3 years or 4 years until they graduate. Okay, gentlemen. So that's the end of this chapter. And I hope you enjoyed the video. And good luck with all your essays. And if you need any further help, you can just send me an email or just send a message in WhatsApp. And feel free to always contact me. And whenever you write an essay, just send it to me. I'll correct it and give you my feedback and probably your marks also. Okay, gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you very much.